Here with PPD, the leader of Team Evil Geniuses, winners bracket finalists. How are you feeling? Day off? Nice and relaxing?
Yeah, definitely needed a day off. It's really nice not to wake up at like 7 a.m. and then head to the venue and watch like teams play for 6 hours and then play.
And now you get to sit and watch teams fight for their lives in the loser bracket.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. It's really cool to be guaranteed top 3 already. But
How much is that right now? How much are we at?
I mean,
You don't know. You only look at the first place prize. Okay, I see.
I looked at it. It was like, I think it was like 250K. So
Not bad.
pretty decent chunk of change for a couple of weeks of practice and hard work.
So the last time we were in China, I remember me and you being in that van, that incredibly hot van for 3.5 hours, and we were just like, China never again. You were like, never again.
No, I think this tournament was a little too appetizing for anyone to turn down.
Yeah.
We also got a direct invite, which was nice. So it was really easy for us to just get a team together and come to the tournament and just do our best.
And you guys had some interesting picks that series against Big God with the Necrolite in the final match. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've played a couple of cool heroes. We played Phoenix for the first time against Navi. I got to play Trient for one of the first times. I played it once in the group stage, but I never really get to play that hero, so it was nice to play that. It's one of my favorites. And against Big God, we played Necrophos and TA, I guess. But, I mean, those are...
You guys also played Tinker against Navi?
Yeah, we played Tinker against Navi, too. Like, it was fun to use a couple of the strategies that we had thought out. We actually just figured out a couple of them, like just playing pubs here, so...
What are the pubs like in China?
They're pretty hit or miss. Like sometimes you'll get like really high skilled games where everyone's like 6K plus MMR, and those are really fun. But every game it's still like Axe Juggernaut, Earth Spirit, and Shadow Fiend always. And your Shadow Fiend always goes mid against Quap, and he always dies like 4 times.
Okay.
And then he just farms jungle, and I don't know.
And he goes Yules?
No, they go mech.
Okay.
They're trying to SS go mech.
Okay. And recently there's been some team changes. What are the biggest differences between the 2 new guys you got and Artur and Zai?
I think the biggest change for our team was just there's a lot more motivation to work hard and do well. There's also a lot less pressure off our backs. Like back then we were the best team, and so every especially Eastern events that we come to, people expect us as like the Western hope to do really well. And there was a lot of pressure on us to perform well, which was fine, and we handled it pretty well. But with the new team, there's a little less expectations, and people don't really look at us as like the strongest Western team. So it's just nice to kind of just coast.
Well, you guys got this event especially. You guys were doing pretty well, but Secret was kind of taking all the headlines. They went undefeated, but then they lost to Vici, and you guys are in the winners finals. Recently, I wrote an article about how teams don't like each other very much. Is that the case? Was I right?
I think there's obviously a little bit of bad blood between us and Secret. Mostly probably just me and Artur. I think I'm still cool with Zai, but it's just that's how things go down.
No, it's understandable. I mean, you're basically, it's like if you're in a relationship with these guys for 2 years or whatever,
It was like 9 months, so okay. It was pretty serious.
Okay, and but now now is it even more motivation to beat them, or is it the same?
That's hard to say. I'm not really super motivated to beat them. I just want to do my best, and it's really unfortunate that we had to have this roster change, because I think that if our team would have just sharpened up and actually practiced, I think we could have done the same thing Secret did in the group stage. But it's just, I don't know. It was just really complicated, and there wasn't really much I could do to fix things. So we just moved on.
And the ceiling of this team higher than the last one, or?
Like I said before, I think if the old team just was a little more humble and wanted to practice and improve, and was a little bit more willing to maybe relocate off the West Coast so we could actually practice on Luxembourg servers, then I don't think anything could have stopped us. It's hard to say with this new team how good we can be, because we're playing with a brand new player, and we're playing with Sumail, who's 15 years old, and this is his first real LAN. So yeah, I think the skill ceiling on the previous EG was probably higher, but that doesn't mean we can't get there eventually with this team.
Mm-hmm. And Sumail, talking about him, the Chinese casters love him.
Yeah.
They constantly talk about him. Every time he makes a play, they're like, "Whoa, 15 years old making the plays," But I interviewed him, and he said he doesn't always listen to you. Is that accurate?
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't always listen to you.
I mean, when you bring new players in, especially younger ones, they have their own ideas and their own things. So we try to.
So you gotta stamp it out.
No. We try to, because we can learn things from him. Mm-hmm. Like we've been playing competitive Dota for so long, and we sometimes get stagnant in our ideas, and he is like a breath of fresh air. So he brings us new ideas. We can learn from him, and he can learn a lot from us as well.
So continuing with that kind of thing, how did you guys even recruit this guy? Like, he's 15 years old. He's kind of out of nowhere. He played in NEL, obviously, but
yeah, it was mostly just NEL. Like, we just played with him, and we just thought he was really, really good, and he was like one of the few players with that wow factor. So it's like, do you just go with some old like veteran who's been around forever, who's kind of like, okay, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, or do you just take a risk with this big playmaker and just see how far you can ride it out? So obviously the end goal for everyone is to win TI. So we figured that playing with someone like him was our best chance.
And he's top of the NEL rankings, right?
He got up for 1 month. Last month was Banana Slam Jam.
Who's that?
I don't know. But
why'd you guys pick him up?
I don't know.
With a name like that, how can he fail?
He came a month too late, I think. But he's pretty good too. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got recruited by another team.
Get the EGB team. You gotta have a team that you can bring up. It's like a farm system.
Yeah. Yep. For when our players' egos get too big and they decide to move on to greener pastures.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't even have to ask the questions. You're ready.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just poking fun.
Yeah. I know. So this next matchup that's coming up, this interview will probably go out after that, but I want to talk about it a little bit. EG and Secret, Cloud9 and Secret are two of the most interesting teams right now. They have both switched rosters, and Secret not invincible, obviously, and Cloud9 especially different. Were you guys surprised that they let Aoi go when he came to you guys?
I was really, really surprised when they released AUI, because we ourselves were going through roster changes before I heard that they were having roster changes as well, and that was that was really surprising for me, and it was kind of convenient as well, because I heard that Cloud9 was having roster changes, and I figured I thought maybe Pi was a given, and then I thought the other person I was going to kick was Bone7, and so I was like, okay, I don't need either of those players because I already play the 5 and we have Universe to play the 3, but then I heard they were kicking Aoi. And I was like, okay. So I messaged him, and he messaged me like the day after, and we're just like, all right, let's try this. So it was kind of like it just worked out.
Lucky you just have a 4 fall into your lap.
Yeah, I mean, him and Zai played very similar heroes and similar play styles, and
Enigma, Chen, those heroes?
Enigma, Chen, Visage. Zai played a little bit more other like random heroes like Tusk, and Zai can play any hero. So.
And what's it like playing with them?
It's different. Zai didn't talk at all. AUI talks too much sometimes. So it's I don't know, it's tough because when I was on the team before, it was always me talking like all the time, and then Artur would chime in a bit too, and then Fear occasionally, and then obviously everyone would communicate like little things, but mostly it was just me. And then with this new team, like AUI does a lot of the talking, and I'm not sure if it's the best thing for the team, but we're working through it. And I think we'll find a healthy balance eventually. But it's nice to have someone else generate ideas throughout the game in case I'm a little stumped.
Well, too much. I've always thought, from being in rooms with like Dota teams, that too much is always better than too little.
That's not entirely true. You need one direction or like one voice to guide the game, and that's what a lot of teams are missing, is they don't have that like captain that can guide them through Dota.
Do you think that as a captain and drafter, being confident in your own ideas is just as important almost as being right?
I mean, that's tough to say. Obviously, if you're wrong and you're still confident, there's something's
better than being wrong and unconfident.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you should definitely be confident in your own ideas, and you should try and make Dota. You should try and make your team and other teams play your game rather than you play their game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just if you try and copy everyone else, you won't do that well. Yeah,
what I meant more was that like, since every team has these guys they're all very good, like everyone has a kind of a playmaker, they all kind of have to believe in you and in your confidence, so like it's almost like it does, like you could have a suboptimal idea, but if everyone kind of really pushes for it, it can kind of work out anyway.
Yeah, I mean, when I make decisions, people need to listen to me regardless if they're good or bad. You need everyone to be on the same page, and maybe that bad decision won't go as bad if everyone's, together on the idea.
How do you guys handle post-game? Do you guys like get together and all talk about stuff? How does it work after a win and after a loss?
After we lose, mostly people just blame the draft instead of blaming themselves.
So you?
So yeah, mostly,
so you get to take the heat?
Yeah, I can handle
All right.
it. It's fine. When we win, it's
not the draft when you guys win.
Nah, it's everyone's like, oh, our draft was so good this game or something like that, and so that's fun. But usually when we win, people are kind of like commenting on like big plays that happened during the game. Like for example, like the game 3 versus Big God, the Necker wall that had like 0.13 seconds after BKB.
Yeah.
And like people were like, holy cow, if that didn't happen, we would have lost that game or something. And it was just you just comment on the little things and you just kind of savor the moment.
And this tournament, bigger prize pool than TI3, but TI5 probably ridiculous prize pool. I don't know if it'll be bigger than last year, but somewhere in the realm of last year at least, I think. Is it anything special that you learned from the preparation last year going into this year that you're gonna change about how you guys practice or think of ideas?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good things that people have learned over since the past year. Like I wasn't even playing Dota at TI3, so I can't really compare to that. But for TI4, I think we had a lot of set strategies and a lot of things we wanted to run, but they didn't work out when we went there. So we just ended up just going back to what we always did. And for some reason it worked. We just went on Dire and we went like 11-0 in group stages or something. But for like TI5, I really like what Secret did for this tournament is they have like 3 to 4 heroes for each player and they just alternate them in. They work them into every strategy, which is really cool. And it's like such an easy way to get through like
marathon's group stage.
Yeah, no, it's like really convenient because they have an idea for every game and they know exactly what they need to do at all points of the game, and it just works perfectly. And that was really impressive to see. And I wish that my team will hopefully be like at that kind of level when we get to TI5.
Mm-hmm. And the Chinese team's a little bit in the flux right now. Like their teams seem a little unstable. They're not, doing honestly other than Vici and Big God's not probably going to even be around in a couple of weeks. But what do you think the difference is right now between the West and the East?
Obviously, the reshuffle is a big thing. A lot of the Chinese teams are changing rosters after this. After IG's lost to Raid today, I think they're probably just going to disband entirely. For like Big God, people say that they're just playing for fun, but I don't really agree with that. Like they definitely want to win, and they're all competitors. Like they are winners. They know how to win, and they hate losing just as much as every other team.
They have a logo. I saw that.
Yeah, like I don't buy into the whole thing. Oh, they're just playing for fun. Like that. This is their job.
That just take the pressure off.
Yeah, I guess
manage the expectations. That's what.
Maybe they didn't practice that much, and they had lower expectations coming in. But at this point, everybody is playing to win, and that's all that matters.
What if you had to put together a Chinese? I don't know if you know a lot about Chinese players, but if you had to put together a Chinese team, you could have anyone. Who would it be?
Well, definitely FY as the 4. He's like the best player here. Probably. I don't know. I like Vici a lot. The whole team.
Everyone in Vici. You place black with someone? Come on.
I don't know.
What about Super?
I like Super. Super is really good.
Okay.
I maybe have someone else instead of black. His Shadow Fiend build was pretty questionable the other day. He went like treads SNY or something. And we were just like, what is he doing? He like sold it like 20 minutes later. So
that SF though.
I mean, they won.
Yeah.
So
that SF with no rapier either.
Yeah, that game was crazy. Like we thought for sure it was over. I was like watching them defend Mega Creeps for like 15 minutes. I was like, please just let it end. And all of a sudden they just win.
There were actually several games in this tournament that recovered from Mega Creeps, like Medusa, good hero.
Yeah, Medusa, good hero. When it gets to like 60 minutes.
Reflecting on those games, what's the best way to handle that? Like you've achieved Mega Creeps, everyone's kind of like, we won, guys. What is the best way to do it? You just wait, Roche, and then keep waiting? Get 5 cheeses? Like how?
Nah, you should be able to you could wait for Roche, that's fine. But at that point, like you need to just split the map and find picks. Like obviously they can't have Dusa just sitting by the fountain defending all the creeps at the same time. But yeah, you just got to find a pick here or there, use your buyback smart, and just make sure you don't just toss it away.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so what is it like now with the 2 new players? Like what's it like outside of the game? Like Sumail's obviously a completely different age bracket than you guys. Was he like, what's he like, as a person?
At the start, he was really, really quiet, like super shy and super quiet. But he's kind of coming out of his shell now. He's
kind of a troll. He said he likes to troll people. I like him.
He's a kid.
Like this kid.
He's a kid for sure. And he likes to poke fun at like Fear and me and everyone on the team. He likes to make fun of people, even though he feeds from time to time, and he doesn't like when people critique him because he gets sad. So it's he's still a kid, but he's fun.
Have you met his parents?
I have not.
But what do you think they're thinking right now?
I mean, I'd like to think that they understand the great opportunity that he has to do great things. Not many people get opportunities like this, so hopefully they're behind it, because I know he really wants to do it.
He's bringing back the cash, though.
Yeah, he's definitely bringing back some money.
Buy a car for them.
I mean, yeah, he can do a lot of things.
Don't they have his money until he's 18?
Yeah, I don't even think he has a bank account right now. So I think Charlie's flying out there after this to help him set up a bank account.
Wow. His parents can't help him set up a bank account?
Well, his mom doesn't speak English, and his dad's not there right now, so it's probably
Charlie's the big brother that he needs.
Yeah, it's he's helping him. He's only been here for less than a year, so he's got a lot of things to get used to.
Charlie gonna learn some Pakistani?
I don't know. Maybe he's a man of many talents.
You should learn how to cook. Some Pakistani cooking.
Yeah, it would be nice if Charlie knew how to cook.
Well, other than ramen, right? You guys bring ramen?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys play in the winners final tomorrow. Vici, very familiar opponent for you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of seen you guys play a lot, I think. Well, do you have any last minute words, shout outs you want to say?
I don't know. Shout out to my team. Top 3 was way more than we expected to do here.
Really? What did you guys expect?
I mean, I think our goal going into the tournament was just to get top 8 in group stages and then go as far as we could. We had no idea that we would get top 4 in the groups, like 3rd seed, and then be in the winner bracket finals. Like it's really cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And yeah. Give me a call out.
Ooh, quick call out. Man, it's tough. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. It'd be nice.
Really? When you do all that nice stuff on Twitter, that's fake, right?
I mean, some of it. But I genuinely just want things to be better, because it got pretty toxic towards the end of the old EG era. So.
Okay. No call out?
No call out.
Okay. All right. Well, Peter Dager, no call out.
I'm a changed man.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.